Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for giving this a watch today. My name is MC and I'm a guru here at Shopify, and I'm going to be your host for this webinar today. All right, so today what we're going to cover is our new shipping feature. So to save you money and time, you can now print USPS labels directly from the Shopify admin. So what's really great about this is that we've negotiated rates with USPS so that buying labels in your admin saves you money over buying labels over USPS directly. So for right now, only American merchants can buy these labels through Shopify, but we're working on making shipping labels available in other places and through other great services. Alrighty, so let's get started. So I'm just going to go over to my Shopify admin here. This is my Shopify store. And what we're going to want to do is go to your Orders tab and select an order that you would like to fulfill. So you're going to see here below the product section, you're going to have your Fulfill Items button. So that's what you're going to want to go. So a couple things, either you can buy a shipping label or fulfill the order only if you don't want to buy the shipping label. So obviously for this webinar, we're going to select to buy a shipping label. So it's going to ask you a couple of things. Essentially, it's going to ask you for the dimensions of the package. So either it's going to pull from your sample box in your shipping settings, or you can add a different packaging size here. You can also save these dimensions for future use as well. So for now, I'm just going to take my sample box here, and it's going to ask you to enter the total weight as well. Now, if you have product weight already entered in your products, it's going to populate the weight. However, if you did need to change it for whatever reason, you can definitely do that here. Now, right down here is the customs declaration. So it's going to ask you for a couple of things: the quantity, description, the value of item, the weight, your tariff code, and the country of origins as well. And then lastly, it's going to ask you if you want to notify the customer of the shipment when you're fulfilling the order, which was an option before. So when you're going to have all of these filled in, you'll be able to click on the buy label and fulfill items here on the right-hand side. Now, in this case, I just have a couple of things I need to configure in my store, which is why I can't push this button. But otherwise, if you're all set up, you'll be able to just hit this nice little button here and buy that label and fulfill your order. So Shopify is automatically going to calculate the shipping cost based on the destination, dimensions, and method of shipment, and the discount of the rate based on the Shopify plan that you've selected. So the cost of each label will then be added to your Shopify invoice. So all you're going to need to print is just a regular printer and some clear packing tape just to stick it onto the envelope or the box. If you do ship a high volume of items, our hardware store does offer label printers as well as scales and labels to streamline your shipping process. So you'll be able to pick the format of the label when you print it, whether it's 8.5 by 11 for regular printers or 4 by 6 for label printers. So for international orders, Shopify will also offer a pre-filled customs form. So hard copies of the form will be generated at the time of the label purchase and can be printed off and attached or inserted to the international packages. So some countries do require the separate form, others don't. If you're not sure if the destination requires it, we'd recommend just checking in with your local USPS office to confirm. And then lastly, when you're ready to ship, just attach the label to the box and drop it off at any USPS office. You'll actually be able to skip the line since the cost of the label is already taken care of. So that's really awesome. And you can also schedule a free at-home or in-office pickup to save even more time. Now, if your business is located within the United States, you can start buying and printing these labels right away. You don't need to prepay your shipping labels or sign up for anything else. Just log in Shopify, pick your order, and then hit buy shipping label like we just did. Okay, so a couple other things here. We have a couple other resources. So we have the USPS domestic and international best practices here. Now, if you don't know where to start when it comes to packaging, labeling, and shipping your products through USPS with the least amount of headaches possible, go through the USPS Best Practices Guide, which is what I have here. Other really kind of handy link is the USPS shipping calculator. So USPS has a postage calculator to give you an idea of the shipping costs. So you can go to postcalc.usps.com to find this. Something else too, we have the USPS Business Gateway. So you can set up an account with USPS and get access to their full suite of business tools that they offer to help with labeling and postage printing, shipment tracking, and more. I'm just going to go here. There it is. And lastly, you have the USPS customs and duties information. So if you frequently ship your products internationally, you know how much of a hassle it can be. So this is a really good resource that provides more information on customs declaration as well as the custom declaration and required forms and policies. So Shopify is currently working on publishing a guide to shipping that you can find at shopify.com/guides. This is going to include a shipping resource roundup about where to buy materials for shipping and packing. And that's basically it. So a couple of other things that I want to leave you before I go is one, the biggest one is the Shopify manual. So you can find the Shopify manual at docs.shopify.com. So really great resource for absolutely anything related to Shopify. Likely, if you have a question, the answer will be in these docs here. We as gurus at the Shopify HQ use the docs about 1 million times a day. So again, really, really great resource to answer your questions. However, if you still can't get the answer for your question, or you're hitting a roadblock, or you have an issue, we have this marvelous team of Shopify gurus that are here around the clock 24/7, either via email, via phone, or via live chat. So again, if you have an issue or a concern,